In the period preceding political freedom for most African countries, the nationalists identified a common enemy called colonialism and teamed up to fight it.
That day is not far when we shall lead you to freedom.
Unsparing of the colonial adventurists, this nationalists collectively took several steps to stem the identified evil which gave room to the attainment of independence for many countries on the continent. The first Ghanaian president, Kwame Nkrumah, spearheaded the unification of Africa and the coming together of African countries to form the Organization of African Union, OAU, in 1963, which today has been renamed African Union, AU. This feat earned Nkrumah the toga of a Pan-Africanist.
During the course of breakfast with the president, he wanted to know how it all happened.
Though South Africa was not a full member of OAU, its leaders, including Nelson Mandela, attended most of its meetings. The late Madiba therefore ranks high amongst Pan-Africanists whose commitment to the liberation, struggle and unwavering support for the promotion of equality, justice and emancipation of Africans remain indelible.
Our attitude towards any country is determined by the attitude of that country to our struggle.
Mandela was more than a Pan-Africanist. Mandela was a symbol for leadership. His exemplary leadership cut across continents.
Before the long years of incarceration of Nelson Mandela, he embarked on campaigns across Africa, crying for freedom and unity of the continent. Are there African leaders today who can step into his shoes?
He came, he showed us what it is to make sacrifice for our people. How many of our leaders today do understand that leadership in itself is the biggest form of sacrifice?
Yet, they have not learned any single thing from the character of the great Madiba.
The ideas of Pan-Africanism, which Madiba stood for, is currently facing threats of abandonment by modern leaders, as they no longer see themselves as one. With the death of Mandela heralded the spirit of oneness in Africa.
Of course, Africa is united. It's just that development, democracy, which is now what you could call the order of the day, has made people to express opinions.
The continent has witnessed the exit of Kwame Nkrumah and others and are still mourning Nelson Mandela. But one thing is clear, those African leaders will remain reference points whenever the subject of discuss is Pan-Africanism. Ijeoma, Osamor, AIT News, Abuja.